They rest in silence, scattered across time, hidden in the folds of history like dark stars whose light is not meant to guide but to warn. Some are small, no larger than the palm of a hand, while others tower like monuments. Yet each carries a weight beyond its material, an invisible thread that binds the living to the unknown. These are the objects whispered to be cursed, fragments of matter shaped by human hands, yet seemingly touched by something deeper, older, and indifferent. To touch them is to brush against the mystery of causality itself, the strange border between coincidence and fate, chance and design. Consider the painting known as The Hands Resist Him. At first glance, it is only oil on canvas children, a window, a doll with vacant eyes. But those who possessed it spoke of figures moving in the night, of children stepping beyond the frame, of dreams where glass shattered between worlds. Could paint and canvas alone hold such power? Or is it the human mind, fragile and suggestible, that transforms pigments into portals? The curse, perhaps, is not the object itself, but the way it resonates with the fears already etched into us, awakening shadows that wait patiently in silence. Far older are the stones of Egypt, carved into amulets and statues, sealed within tombs meant to last forever. The story of the cursed pharaohs lingers like desert wind, whispering of Howard Carter opening Tutankhamun's chamber and unleashing death upon those who entered. Scientists speak of mold, of toxins sealed in darkness for centuries, of the dangers of ancient air. But beyond biology is something harder to explain, the deep human sense that some doors are not meant to open, that to disturb the dead is to invite the same end. Every civilization has known this law, from the frozen graves of Siberia to the burial mounds of Europe. Objects born in ritual do not easily forget their purpose, even when the memory of the makers fades. In the forests of Japan, there is the tale of the Okiku doll. Its black hair, once cut neatly, grows longer year after year, no blade able to halt its slow, unnatural life. Scientists test strands, searching for explanation, yet the legend endures. Perhaps the doll is not haunted in the way stories tell, but instead it reveals something truer, that objects can carry grief, that memory imprints itself not just on minds, but on the very fabric of the world. When a child pours love into a doll, is it so strange that a trace of that life clings to it, refusing to decay? In this, the curse becomes something different, not vengeance, but longing, the refusal of memory to vanish. Not all cursed objects are ancient. In 1970, a ragged doll known as Annabelle was said to move by itself, its smile unchanged while rooms grew colder and the sense of presence thickened like smoke. Locked now in glass, it is not the cloth that frightens, but what it represents. The belief that ordinary matter can become a vessel, a bridge for something unseen. Modern science tells us that consciousness is bound to the brain, that matter is passive and dead. Yet the fear of objects like Annabelle suggests an older intuition that matter itself might listen, absorb and respond, like clay shaped by invisible fingers. Even the realm of art is not spared. The Crying Boy paintings, mass-produced in the 20th century, were linked to dozens of house fires in which only the portraits survived unscathed. Rational minds point to protective varnishes and coincidence. Yet the persistence of the stories speaks to something deeper. Fire consumes indiscriminately, yet when faces endure while homes vanish, a strange dissonance arises. It is the human need for meaning that paints the curse, weaving cause where only chance might lie. But chance itself is a cruel god, and perhaps the greatest curse of all is randomness, events without purpose, tragedies without design. Objects hold power because humans grant them stories. A necklace, a blade, a ring without narrative, they are only matter. Yet when blood is spilled, when vows are bound, when grief or love pours into them, they change. They become vessels of collective memory, heavy with meaning, charged with more than their weight. Science tells us that atoms have no intention, that matter cannot hate or mourn. But humans live not by matter alone. We live by symbols, by echoes, by the unseen gravity of meaning. In this way, cursed objects are mirrors, reflecting the shadow we fear most, that our actions ripple beyond us, that what we touch never truly lets us go. To think of curses is to think of entropy, the slow unraveling written into the laws of physics. Every star burns toward darkness, every body toward stillness, every structure toward collapse. A cursed object is only a more vivid symbol of this truth, the reminder that creation and decay are inseparable, that beauty and terror are threads of the same fabric. Perhaps the real curse is not that an object can bring misfortune, but that nothing we make can escape the pull of time. All monuments fall, all treasures fade, all guardians crumble. What remains is not the stone, but the story. Yet there is another way to see them. These so-called cursed objects may not be punishments, but warning silent teachers reminding us that power without reverence consumes, that curiosity without humility wounds, that memory without release becomes a ghost. The universe itself is full of such warnings. In the silence between galaxies, where light itself grows thin and time loses its meaning, there lingers a question older than any star. Can matter remember us? Across the universe, dust gathers into planets, planets into worlds, worlds into civilizations that rise and fall like sparks vanishing in the dark. Their traces scatter, sometimes written in ruins of stone, sometimes in signals that echo faintly through the cosmic sea. But there are other relics, small, ordinary things, painted, carved, or stitched by human hands, yet carrying with them a strange weight that refuses to fade. A whisper of curses, of shadows that follow, of objects that hold more than they should. In a universe ruled by physics and silence, how can such stories survive? Perhaps the cosmos itself leaves marks upon what we create, or perhaps we are the ones who awaken what should have remained still. And if objects can carry the memory of our fears, what else might the universe be keeping? The deeper we look into the universe, the stranger it becomes. Stars live out their lifetimes like beating hearts, burning through billions of years, only to collapse in silence, leaving behind corpses of light white dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes. Time itself bends around them, stretching seconds into eternities, making the future arrive unevenly, depending on where you stand. To witness this is to feel the smallness of human clocks, our brief hours trembling against the weight of cosmic time. And yet, even as physics explains the mechanics, it does not erase the unease. If time can twist, if endings can stretch into infinities, then what does it mean for memory, for permanence, for the marks we leave? Consider entropy, the quiet law that everything must unravel. Every system trends toward disorder, every fire burns out, every structure decays. It is as if the universe is slowly exhaling, flattening all distinction until nothing remains but cold equilibrium. Yet here, in the midst of this inevitable decline, life and thought emerge, fragile flames burning against the tide. The Fermi paradox deepens the tension. If the universe is so vast, filled with countless stars and planets, where are the others? Why do we hear only silence, as if existence itself has chosen to hide its scars? Every answer reveals another absence. Stars die, galaxies drift apart, civilizations may rise only to vanish without leaving a voice behind. The further we search, the more it feels as though creation is a trap of beauty and loss, a stage where permanence is promised but never delivered. And in this tension, the same question echoes. What truly endures when even the stars themselves cannot? Perhaps the greatest curse is not hidden in an object, nor in the shadows of tombs, nor in the whispers of haunted relics. It is written into the structure of reality itself. Every star that burns will fade. Every world that thrives will fall silent. Every name, every voice, every trace of us is bound to dissolve into the same endless dark. The galaxies recede, slipping away faster than light can chase them. Already, most of the universe is lost to us, gone forever, unreachable, like memories stolen before they could be made. We exist inside a shrinking island of light, surrounded by an ocean of silence. To realize this is to feel the weight of eternity pressing inward. It is to know that no monument stands against time, no story resists its erasure, no hand can hold forever. Even the cosmos forgets. And yet, within that forgetting lies the cruelest truth. If nothing endures, then every moment is infinite while it lasts. Every thought, every breath, every fragile touch is a defiance carved against the tide. We are not cursed because the universe hates us. We are cursed because it does not remember. On Earth, the silence of the cosmos feels impossibly far, yet its truth breathes through every fragile thing around us. A child's laugh vanishes into air, yet lingers in memory. A single seed breaks open, stretching green into a world that could one day forget it. A star burns above us, warming oceans and forests, though it too carries the promise of eventual death. Fragility is not an accident, it is the condition of life itself. If nothing endures forever, then the weight of meaning rests in the present. We cannot stop the unraveling of time, but we can shape what exists within it. Every kindness leaves a mark, every cruelty carves a scar, every choice folds into the greater memory of our species. We may not be able to outlive entropy, but we can decide whether our brief flame burns with care or indifference. Perhaps this is what cursed objects and dying stars whisper to us, not only that all things fade, but that every moment matters because of it. We are small, yes, but smallness is not weakness. In the face of cosmic silence, we still hold the power to create, to nurture, to leave behind a trace of light before the darkness closes in. In the hush of night, when the stars appear as distant embers scattered across a fading sky, the cosmos leans close and breathes its secret. Nothing is safe from forgetting, not even the light itself. Yet in that silence, something stirs a fragile defiance, a shimmer of meaning that flickers only because it must end. Perhaps this is the true gift of impermanence, that we are forced to hold one another more tightly, to see the infinite inside the fleeting. And so the universe